This right here would be actually one of my favorites because you could actually crack a guy upside the skull and build a house at the same time. Kind of grew up in a place just like this with my older brother Joe. Now there's Joe, John, Jim, Jerry, Joel, and then there's my nephews Jace, John, Julian, Jaden, and Matthew. My ex-fiance, we were in Indonesia and she got attacked by the monkeys, so instead of me trying to get the monkeys off of her, I figured these were great picture moments. Oh, and here's me getting kicked out of Graceland. Cola Pez from the 70s. Most people have the worst day of their life. I happen to have the worst week of my life. Started off with going to Miami. I'm leaving my office downtown. As I'm on my way home, coming down Fountain, a girl pulls out in front of me, bam! Smashes in the whole front of my truck. I went to the airport, got there early. Flight was delayed till the next morning. So ended up sleeping at LAX on the floor. As you know, LAX is the scummiest of all scums have actually come through there. And so I slept on the floor, got up the next morning, flying to Miami. My eye starts bothering me. Get to Miami, I get off the plane. I ask my buddy's girlfriend if I can borrow her truck. I go to a clinic, $150 to see a doctor. He tells me there's yada 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 is wrong with my eye, $100 for the medicine. Come out of the clinic, bam, my buddy's girl's truck is towed. $45 to a cab ride to the impound yard. I get there, $250 to get her truck out of impound. I drive it to where I'm working at this convention in Miami. Walk in, it's hot, sweaty in Miami. I'm wearing flip-flops. I'm in there for 5 minutes helping set up. Bam, a guy drops a pallet on my big toe. Leave there and get back to the room, and my eye is bothering more and more. So I'm having to wear sunglasses the next day. Then the day after, I can't even go to the show. So I end up going to an emergency eye hospital, 24-hour eye hospital.
A 24-hour eye hospital?
They do. They have an emergency eye hospital. As I know, it's unbelievable. You think I walk in there, I'm in the room for like 4 hours waiting. So I go in and they're kind of interviewing me a little bit and they're talking to me a little bit. And I told them, I'm like, well, look, Doc, I happened to be with these two girls a couple of days ago, and I think some vaginal juice might have gotten my eye, and the doc's like thinking I'm crazy or something like that. And I just was saying that just to kind of mess with him. But he was like, I think something this, that, or another. So then they put me back out into the room, waiting room. At that point, I'm done. I'm out of there. So I walk out. Meanwhile, the day before, a friend of mine that lives in LA who happens to be a Hell's Angel has a friend in Miami who happens to have his favorite cowboy hat. This guy doesn't bring his hat to my room. He FedExes it from Miami to my room. It gets delivered to my room in a FedEx box, all right, and it's smashed like a pancake. So meanwhile, I'm taking pictures of the FedEx box and the cowboy hat because I'm thinking this guy's going to kick my ass when he sees me and I deliver his favorite cowboy hat and it's mashed up like a pancake. Meanwhile, the night before that, I happen to be at this club. A friend of mine's bartending, meet some people. We go back to my room. I'm kind of getting a little closer with some girls. And even though I'm wearing sunglasses, they could see my eye is like bleeding. They're like, what's wrong with your eye? Like I had some kind of vaginal disease or something like that. They skedaddle out of there. And the night I'm leaving to come back to LA, I look in the mirror and I actually take a picture. My eye is blood red. Everything that used to be white is red. And there's a blister on my eyeball. That bad. I get back to LA here, get off the plane, get back to my house, get in my truck. I drive to a clinic not too far from my place. I pull up, the clinic is closed. As I'm pulling out, because it's my right eye, I don't see there's a car parked right there. And I just smash right into this car on the whole side of my truck, right side of my truck. I pull over, I get out, leave my name and number on the windshield, and I leave my truck running with the doors locked on it. I have to run home, come back, my truck's in the middle of the road, Get in, open it up, bam, get back home. I go up to the Rainbow. I ride a motorcycle because my truck is messed up both ways. Come out of the Rainbow, and my Raiders helmet is gone. I have no helmet, so I can't ride my bike home. So I get in the cab, ride a cab back to my place, get a spare helmet. I get to the Rainbow, and I realize that not only did they steal my helmet, they stole my shirt that was inside of it, and the clicker from my garage. So I get back here, I park my bike in front of the building, and I'm like, that's all you got? You ain't got nothing else to give me? That's me and Evil Knievel. We had dinner together in Vegas, and Evil actually goes, are you Jungle Jim? And I was like, well, that's what people call me. He goes, Jungle Jim, you are crazy. I've heard everything about you. And when I realized that Evil Knievel told me that I was crazy, I sat down, never said a word for the rest of the night. Ah. There we go.